See, that's the problem. What do we do when we can't forget? Oh, sure, there's lots of options. There's alcohol, drugs, vaping, getting in trouble, bullying others. Hurt people will hurt others. Sure, there's tons of options, but one option that nobody ever talks about is trying forgiveness, and it's certainly not one that I knew anything about. But be careful of the things, the people that you hate. Be careful about how much time and energy you're putting in to hating that person, because after enough time, you will become the thing you despise. Why? Because it's all you think about. You blame everything that ever happens to you on that person or that event that that person was involved in. You keep going back and back to your past, keep reliving these injustices that have happened to you. And it changes us. It changes us a little bit each day before, and we don't even realize it. And then we wake up and we can't even recognize ourselves. Be careful of the person that you hate, because you will become it. For me, you're going to say, Chief, you became an alcoholic, and I'll say, no, I did not become one, but I tried, because that's all I knew growing up in my house. When things were good, you drank. When they were bad, you drank. When they were just, you drank. But see, my body didn't react the way my mother's did. Clearly, there was a different plan for my life. But I'm miserable. I still believe, as a young man, a young adult, that I'm not worthy of happiness, that I'm not deserving of anything good. So every time I get something good, I mess it up. And it's getting worse, and it's happening more and more. I get married, have kids. I hate who I've become. So I don't become an alcoholic, but what I do is that one day, my beautiful daughters, Jessica, Lauren, and Rebecca, come home from school, and their father had moved out. I ran, I left. I'm that guy. And sure, people try to make me feel better by saying, oh, come on, Chief, you just moved a mile away, and you still took them to school, and you still showed up. Yeah, I get it. Thank you, appreciate the help. But I know that my children suffered a trauma because I left. There's no hiding from it. See, I spent my whole life blaming every bad decision I ever made on my mother. Yeah, well, my mother wasn't responsible for me leaving. I was. There's no running from that. Sure, you could drink all you want, doesn't change the truth. You can go off and stay out late, or not come home, or run away, or be mean to your parents, or bully other people. You can do all these things. You can't run from the truth. And then one day my life changed, just like yours can change today, right now. I heard this assembly. I heard two speakers back in 2002. The first, Christoph Arnold, the author of the book, Why Forgive? At that time, 49 or 48 stories of people who went through something so horrible that the only way they came out of it was by using the power of forgiveness. Pat and Anne Marie's story is in here. My brother Hashim Garrett's story is in here. My story is in here. The second speaker that day, Detective Stephen McDonald, the foreword of the book, written by him. Stephen, New York City police officer, shot and paralyzed in Central Park in 1986. Paralyzed from the neck down, couldn't move anything but his head. 15-year-old kid. Stephen told the story of how he's laying on the ground after the first shot and remembers the muzzle blast of the next two that entered his head and spine. Stephen said, I forgave the kid that shot me. I'm sitting in that audience, maybe just like you, hearing about this forgiveness thing and going, no way. How could you possibly forgive someone who's hurt you so badly? Stephen's wife, Patty Ann, was pregnant with their son, Connor, at the time. Connor's born. Stephen never once held his son's hand. Never once had the ability to throw a baseball or softball or football, teach him how to catch. Stephen was not able to teach his son how to ride a bicycle. And you forgive the person that did this to you? Come on, man, that's crazy. But then Stephen said this. Had I not forgiven the kid that shot me, the pain, anger, unresolved sorrow, trauma in my soul would have killed me, even though the bullets did not. And there it is. Stephen somehow knew that if he did not forgive the kid that shot him, the pain, sorrow, agony, trauma that was unresolved would have finished the job the bullets started. And in that instance, well, I knew in my heart that I needed to forgive my mother, but I did not want to. I didn't know how to. Stephen McDonald, the people with that type of injury, the national lifespan is 5 years. Stephen McDonald survived 30 years in that wheelchair, 30, 6 times the national average. It's because he had the best nurses, no, nothing. Nothing like that at all. What Stephen had, he gave himself. The gift of forgiveness. He forgave that kid that shot him, and it released his heart and soul and his mind to live on. And Stephen lived on, preaching and going out about forgiveness and talking to schools about forgiveness until his body finally gave out. See? I needed to ask for help. I didn't understand. I didn't know life without hating my mother. So I called the director of Breaking the Cycle at the time, Mr. Ian Winter, and I said, "Hi, sir, I met you yesterday at this assembly and I need help." I'm a police chief at the time. 3 years later, I drove down to Long Island, knocked on my mother's apartment door, walked in, and forgave her. Was it easy? Absolutely not. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Did she thank me? No. Did she apologize? No. Did she explain that she was an alcoholic at the time and didn't mean any of it? No. Did she hug me? That makes me laugh. No. People get angry. They think my mother owed me this great debt of gratitude that I bestowed this wonderful gift of forgiveness upon her. And that's not the truth at all. I didn't forgive my mother so she would feel better. I forgave her so I would. Carrying around this hate and anger, resentment, need for revenge. It's like a dog on a leash. You can never move forward, you're stuck. See, that was me. My whole life I kept looking back at what happened to me, and I was missing all the great opportunities that were happening to me. How I got here, I still don't know. I really don't understand. Think about it this way. Imagine being in your school and trying to go from class to class or walking to school. Try doing it backwards. You're not likely to make it, and if you do, you're going to be bumped, bruised, beat up because you fell down the stairs, walked into a car or a locker or something like that. You cannot move forward when you're looking back. I made a big mistake. I hated her instead of her disease.